Good morning, Beanie from Bliss Sneaks. How's everybody? This episode is going to be dedicated to the water tanks and the whole water supply and setup on the Landcruiser. I've been asked recently, or a bit actually over time, just how it's been done, and I've literally just finished putting the water gauge on the first tank that I put in ages ago. So I put that in a couple of days ago, and what better time to do a whole video on it. So I'll run through it, how I've done it and why I've done it. I've got a couple of tanks in there, so I'll run through both of them, and yeah, hopefully this gives you some ideas on how maybe you might be able to set up yours. And yeah, I'll run through it. All right, so first of all, why have I done it this way? The main reason is I could get rid of all jerry cans. So the Long Ranger tank and the main tank hold 210 litres of fuel, and then I've got 55 litres in underneath and 53 on the top, and that freed up an arm for another project that I've done. Those familiar with the channel will know that this is my little invention that I've done. I won't get into that. If you want to check it out, there's a video on the channel. Check that one out, but it's been pretty cool, but I will get into that a little bit later as well. So basically it's freed up an arm and we can deck out the whole back, and it's not in the way. I don't have to carry extra water. I've got plenty of water that will last us a good week. That's in showers included. So yeah, that's where we're at and why I've done it. How I've done it, we'll get into that now. Okay, tank number one, the 53 litre shower tank. Now, I've had a few people ask me about this tank for the measurements. Unfortunately, it's sort of custom made in there to suit the brackets and the setup that I've got, so it's sort of no real point giving them the measurements unless they're going to do the exact kind of setup. So I've taken the inner panel out just to get those extra couple of litres, because they do go a long way. It's probably an extra 4 or 5 litres that I've just snuck in that little section. So there's an extra day or day and a half of showers if you're conservative. So yeah, the tank fits in there. It was a very, very snug fit, but it's sort of a custom jobby. So anyone that wants to do their own sort of tank in a similar spot, it's just easy just to measure up. No matter what person you go to make it, they will figure it out and make it for you. I had one person ask, or say on comment ages ago, oh, it's just going to fly through the front windscreen if you're in an accident. No, not at all. She is bolted to the car, bolted to the uprights and bolted to the drawers, so there is no way known that is going anywhere. All right, so that powers the dual car hot water service. We haven't used it yet. We definitely have not used it, so I can't comment how good it is or not, but all reports that it is meant to be pretty good. So the one I just had shit itself in the last trip, so not the Dualco, it was a different brand, and yeah, I ended up having cold showers, but it wasn't too bad because it was 30 degrees. Yeah. Anyways, I just put this gauge in. I'll show you in a sec. It was a bit of a mission to get it in there because it's such a tight spot, so I made it work. I've got a little 6 litre per minute kick-ass water pump in there, and that's just switched on by this switch. And I've made it so I used to have the switch on the other side in the side window, but it was a pain in the ass going to and from. So the shower is here, it folds out on the corner here, so we can literally reach around and turn the shower on and off, the water on and off when we need it. We've also got like a little tap there as well. I'll hook her up and I'll show you. All right, so for the purpose of this video, I've just hooked up the little hose connection to it, just so you know what the pressure's like and everything. Also, this comes in very handy if we want to wash, at the end of a trip, we want to wash down stuff. Boat motor that we usually have in here as well. Just little things like that. If we need to wash anything as well, we can do. So all we do is switch it on, and then we have heaps of pressure. You're never too old to do that. But yeah, obviously that connects into the bottom of the Dualco hot water service, and we've got some awesome showers. After a day out on the ocean in the little boat, we can come back and have some nice warm showers and feel pretty bloody good after having a frothy. I'll just turn this back on again and I'll show you the gauge. There we have gauge counting down And that's just going to give us a way more accurate reading on how many showers we can have left, roughly left in the actual tank. And yeah, we don't have to stress if we're running out or how much is left. Like I said, I probably should have put just a clear gauge on the side when I first got it made, but I don't know. The thought did cross my mind, I just didn't do it for some reason, no idea. But we've got a gauge now, so it works. And all I've got to do to pack it up is literally pull the hose off, turn this off, roll it up, hook it back up onto here, tighten this back up. Now, it's the one thing I did with this tank that I wish I, the one thing I didn't do with this tank that I wish I really did was put a breather on it. Just a little hose up here that went up to the top or something like that, which would have made it a lot easier, because every time we use the tank, I've got to undo the lid, and sometimes I have forgotten and the tank starts sucking in, which is not good. But anyways, we'll that could be Mach 2 tank if this one ever dies. Just like that, she folds away, clips on, ready to use again. All right, tank number 2. Underneath the car, we've got the Long Ranger tank. It's a split sub tank, 120 litres of fuel, 55 litres of water. Very good. It's out of the way, don't have to stress about it, and very, very happy with it so far. We've had it for about 12, probably maybe a bit longer than that, maybe 15 months, 16 months now, and hasn't faulted once. It's been great. So the fill point, I didn't like the fill point that they come with in the kit. The kit comes with one that you fill through the engine bay pretty much. A hose goes right up through the car, under the car, up into the engine bay. It's got a fill point there. I didn't like that whatsoever, so I literally made my own up underneath it. Just put a cap on it just so the dust doesn't get in. So that runs through here. Up underneath the bar there, I've got a tap there so it can't run back out for any reason. Oops, sorry, I'll angle the camera in the right spot. I've got a tap there that I can turn on and off. That just stops, once the water's in, that just stops the water coming back out the back. And then obviously the return hose that comes and feeds into the back of this little kitchen setup that I've got, comes up back through the bar into the bottom here. With that, I can turn that off once again. That just stops any water. If I accidentally rip the hose off the back of it, a stick gets caught in it or something like that, I'm not going to go without water pretty much. So there's a couple of fail safes that I've done with this setup to get so we don't have to stress if water or if a hose comes off or something like that, we're not going to run out of water. But yeah, so she runs in the back and then through the back here. Yeah, unfortunately you can't really see it. I'll take the drawer out, how about that? Okay, drawer is dislodged. So in there we've got the 6 litre per minute kick-ass as well, so it's exactly the same pump as the other one. The reason why I did that, I didn't want to put a 12 litre per minute or 11, 10, anything more than 6, because then you just end up wasting water. It just pours out the tap too much, and yeah, you go through your water supply very quickly. Another reason why I put it in here, I was originally going to put it in underneath the car. Then I sort of thought about and going, well, I've got space underneath here. I might as well chuck it under here, and it just stops all the stones, sticks, dirt, mud, sand, smashing it, which if it was underneath the car, and it should last a lot longer and I don't have to stress about it. And if I need to change it out, I literally just do what I've just done here, pull the drawers out, get in there, undo it, change it out, and we're all good. All right, so that feeds through there from the bottom of the car to this tap, and I'll turn her on. Fail-safe number 2 is this one here. So this is the isolation switch. That water pump cannot pump while we're getting along, because I always have it isolated and turned off. This whole box has no power to it when we're traveling, just in case a stick or something gets in there and rips out that power lead, and it's not going to short out as well. So, or for some reason something gets turned on, or the tap turns itself on, or I don't know. Strange things happen. But basically that's the next one. The next one is this tap here. Tap switch, sorry, and that powers the tap on. simple as that. And then you have the same gauge as the other side. If I can get the light out of it, and she just counts down. Pretty cool. The only downfall is, obviously we get a bit of noise from the pump, but that's nothing. I'm so happy how everything is all set up with the water. We've done a couple of trips with it and it's been absolutely beautiful, but yeah, obviously we want to take it through its paces. I want to do some big trips with it and just calculate how much water we do actually use. I mean, we've been to Dirkart Hog Island for a week and we just got through it with the showers, but we didn't have the other water set up. We just had a couple of jerry cans on top. So yeah, we carry more water now, so we should be able to get a week out of it quite easily. All right, so what's next for the Cruiser? I will go through a couple of things now, what I'm gonna do to the Cruiser. If anyone's wondering too why I'm not putting any fishing videos up on to this channel anymore, it's because we've made a new channel. So if you're into your fishing, if you love your fishing, check out Blissneak's Fishing Adventures, and it's just a channel dedicated to fishing. We will still always do fishing because we're always near an ocean when we go camping, so I'll always do a bit of fishing on this channel as well, but the other one's dedicated to fishing only. That's just if you're wondering. Anyways, let's run through some of the things I'm going to do to the Cruiser from now on. Yeah, I've got big plans, huge plans. I'm going to basically change the whole setup, but I'll get into that. First of all, I built this little kitchen idea around this stove because I really like this stove. I like the look of it. It just worked, it fits. Anyways, she's failed. She's failed miserably. Within, 4 uses, I just can't get enough gas through. The gas bowls are full. The regulator is working fine. I use 2 different regulators. It just will not pump enough gas out, and I can only use 1 burner at a time, and it really, really struggles. So not happy. I can't take it back for a warranty claim because I've drilled holes in it for the leveling part, and I've thrown away the cover and everything like that. So I can't do a warranty claim. It's literally lasted 4, not even 4, because it failed on the last one as well, on the last trip. So not happy. So I've basically got to go back to the drawing board, find one that will fit in there. It's just a top only, not a lid, because if I put a lid on, then it covers all this. Can't do that. I was looking at marine applications. I have found one, but it's bloody expensive and it sinks in. So I'll have to raise it somehow, which I've got an idea how to do it. So that's on the cards. That'll be probably the next thing because we can't go anywhere without cooking something. I've still got the old cooker that we can just chuck on there, but for the meantime, but ideally I don't want to do that. Next, mods. I've just come up with an idea. With the new setup that I plan to do on the inside, I'm going to keep the side panels, the TV setup and the switches. This side is obviously the fishing side. So I've got all my reels and everything that open up on the Emu wing. But inside here, these latches are cooked. I can just order new drawers, but where's the fun in that? And the new motor that we're going to have on our new boat setup in the future will not fit on this and will not fit in here. So this had a little 6 horsepower Yami. You might see it in previous videos. I'm going to be upgrading to a 20 horsepower Mercury, brand newie, for the new boat that's coming. Stay tuned for that one because it's not what you expect. So yeah, all this is going to get changed. I'm going to have a drawer fridge that comes out. If you're really interested into your wagon fit outs, hit that subscribe button, because if you haven't already, that is. And because I'm going to basically go right through the whole lot and change it all, change up top as well. I love our RV5 tent. We're always going to use that, but I want a second option too. So I'm going to have a rooftop tent up there as well, and a boat on top of that. I just had to cut then. I had a bloody tick on my leg, little bastard. Anyway, so the rooftop tent idea, I'm going to have so the rooftop tent and the boat will lift up when we want to use it, so I don't have to take the boat off to use it. It's basically for solo trips, solo missions for myself, and if we traveling long distances and we just want to pull off on the side of the road, we can literally just pop it up and sleep the night and then keep going. So that's the idea of that. and I can't do solo missions inside anymore because of the plan. I'm going to have a lot more drawers and stuff like that throughout it, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mission. Stay tuned. I hope you like what you see, and it's giving you ideas. If you love your wagon fit outs, hit that subscribe button and all that. But that's basically it for this episode. I'm so annoyed about that bloody cooker. My mate actually had one and it done the exact same thing. Very, very little use, and it just stopped pumping gas. It's annoying. Anyways, I'm getting cautious about these bloody ticks now. I'm going to get out of here, pack it up, get out of here. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and cheers. We'll see you soon.